They're the liberal rednecks. They like cornbread and butt sex. They care way too much but don't give a fuck. They're the liberal rednecks that makes some people upset, but they got three big old dicks that you can suck.
I know that I definitely have more of these than the average person. But like, you ever have like, because you're well into your 30s. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Just a thought that you realize you've had, and it'll just blow your mind how fucking dumb it is.
Oh yeah, I think do you mean like?
Well, I mean, I know me and you we thought we invented the breakfast burrito once.
Okay.
So there's along those lines.
You mean as an adult in your 30s,
like,
or you remember an old one you had?
Oh, well, I don't count that.
Okay,
That happens.
yeah, a new one. Yeah, we talked on here before about like realizations that made you feel stupid. Like the one that I brought up was like, I was fully an adult, probably late 20s, before I realized that dandelions was both.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. For me,
I know you know what I mean by that.
Yeah, I do.
I never put it
it's
together.
Both the pretty one and the.
Yes, exactly. I didn't. And then when I realized, I was like, my God,
Right.
How did I not know that until now? So I've had plenty of stuff like that. Or do you mean like an idea where you're like,
No,
oh, this will hit? And then you're like, I'm an idiot.
No. Well, again, I have plenty of those too.
Yeah.
But the dandelion one was a really good example of what I mean. Like, it just occurred to me, like, I want to say like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, that the temperature of tea and coffee doesn't affect it, like in terms of me getting the caffeine. Like, I've always been convinced in my mind that hot coffee goes to work on you quicker. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, I could see why
for no reason. Like, I never thought, please don't think that I thought about it and was like, cause hot make better. Like,
melts through the tire. It melts through the tire quicker.
Like, I've never had that thought out loud. I've just always, like, in my mind, a hot cup of coffee is like, whoop, now you're awake. Whereas a cold brew is like, yeah, that'll get to me when it gets to me. But the reason that I was like, I finally did just start thinking about it. And I was like, none of that. Like, maybe the hot wakes you up a little bit, but like, that ain't it. Like, the other night. So I just drink.
What made you suddenly realize you had been wrong all this time?
So I just will sometimes drink a gallon of sweet tea before I go to bed and wonder why I can't sleep. And then I was like, oh yeah, the same like a glass of sweet tea. And by the way, diet, like, I'm not a lunatic, diet, Splenda. But like, in my mind, I would never have a caffeinated Earl Grey warm tea before bed, because that's insane. But I'll totally just have a glass of fucking tea. You know what I mean? But in my mind, that's cold, so it's different.
Right. Okay. I don't like. I mean, we've talked before about how I have, like, when it comes to weed, I have little to no tolerance at all, despite the fact that I fuck with it regularly. It's like I can't build a tolerance to it. But when it comes to like things that wake you up, like, such is the degree of my sleepiness.
Yeah.
You know,
sleepiest woke motherfucker on earth.
Yeah, exactly. I am so tolerant, physiologically speaking, of like caffeine and stuff, that like I was kind of surprised to even learn at whatever point I learned it, that sweet, like tea, like in sweet tea, that it was even supposed to work that way.
Well, right.
Like,
I mean,
it's got caffeine in it. Like
that.
I mean, I've known that for a really long time now, but I was surprised to learn that, because I was like, I've never in my life felt physically affected by sweet tea. I mean, my soul is lightened and improved,
better for it.
Yeah, but I've never felt more awake from it at all. So, if I drank a bunch of sweet tea and then couldn't go to sleep, it wouldn't occur to me that it was the sweet tea.
You've never been able to not that's never. I've never been in a situation with you where you were like, I just don't think I can sleep.
Yeah, it's true. It took me, when we first started touring heavily, I couldn't fall asleep on planes to save my life. And because I've never had trouble falling asleep, it was driving me literally insane. I was losing it. But I adapted. I overcame.
Yep, you sure did.
And now I have like a Pavlovian response to getting on a plane.
Yes, you do.
I'm just like, and I
Yeah.
just pass out. I'll just lay there, head back. Like I'll wake myself up making this noise.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I do
Bro-
that 15 times in a 2-hour journey or whatever, just annoying the shit out of everybody else. But it's hitting for me.
Yeah, I mean this with full offense. No one looks dumber on a plane than you.
Yeah, I'm wearing like sweat shorts. I've got flip flops kicked off. Fucking just doing all the shit I just said I do.
Just just mouth agape, looking like a fucking just pissed off basset hound. Just,
Didn't a rich white lady once complain to the flight attendants about you because you were hitting too hard, essentially, in your headphones? And then you also, before she complained on that same flight, you had gotten upset because they didn't have milk, and she saw that. Yeah. Which that made it hit for you less later when she got involved in your life.
Yeah. So
she hadn't said anything yet, and you asked for milk, and you were like, "Wait, you ain't got no milk?"
Yeah.
And then later you find out you didn't hit for her already, and you're like, "God damn it, she saw me get mad about milk."
Yes, all of that on one flight. And I remember that because I remember I had I just got these. God damn it. First off, you know how insane it is to not have milk on a flight. Secondly, I had just gotten dad had got me these new like noise canceling super hitting bass headphones for Christmas. And yeah, I'm pretty sure Mac Miller had just died. So I was going through that and I had him in the headphones, and she didn't just tap me and go, "Hey sir, they're just a little too loud. People around you can kind of hear you." She literally pulled them off my ears and goes, "Are you serious?"
Hold on, wait. The flight attendant did that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a flight attendant. Or was it the lady in front? Dude, I was fucked up.
The way I remember it was the lady.
It was the lady in front of me.
Complained to the flight attendant, but I didn't know if you meant it was the flight attendant or the lady who did that to you. Because if it's the lady, it's way funnier.
I think that I'm making it, but I think in my mind, I'm sort of making an amalgamation of a two-headed beast that I didn't hit for because
Hydra.
Because like in such a classic sketch fashion, earlier in the flight when I said, "Do y'all have any milk?" and they were like, "No," I said, "Cool, I'll have 7 bottles of white wine then." Like, you know what I mean? I just flipped. Well, if I can't be a child, I'm gonna be a fucking white woman, and I just flipped on a completely different dude. I fucking that I can still. I can feel that exact hangover through time and space. That white wine hangover from like a plane, which is a very specific, like you're tired, you're fat, you're swollen.
Dude, a plane hangover is fucking rough.
Yeah, the flight hangover,
jet lag on top of just regular drunk and whatever else and fatigue and all that. It don't hit.
Dude, I think the one thing now that I've thought about it for over a full calendar year, I know how it's always been. Like when we're on the road and it's the last day of the tour, we're like, I'm getting up fucking early, getting the first flight so I can get home. I'm no longer doing that. I'm just going to get in late because of what we were just talking about. Like it's almost never worth it, in my opinion. I know that I can get home and go to sleep, but like, dude, just put yourself there right now. We haven't been there in over a year. Put yourself there right now. It's 5:30 in the morning. We just had a sold out show in Austin the night before, and your alarm goes off because you've got to get to the fucking airport.
Oh yeah, I mean, I did it. I did it every time, and I'll keep doing it too.
Yeah,
not just because
you got kids. That's different,
right? I got kids. That does make it different. The other thing is like logistical, though. Actually, like living in, I'm not trying to land at LAX at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. or whatever. Or like, yeah, because I always lose 3 hours coming back or gain it. I gain 3 hours. It gets earlier. Well,
yeah. Dude, that's another thing I don't miss is time.
Yeah, time don't hit.
No, time don't hit. But like I don't have to not traveling. Like I just got to know pretty much the one time.
Right. Yeah. Which it hits.
It does hit.
No one time. Yeah.
Yeah. How was your birthday?
Well, I'll talk about the birthday in just a sec. People are wondering, because we haven't acknowledged it, I don't think. Drew,
I doubt they're wondering, but go ahead.
Drew dead. No, he ain't dead. We don't know. He just ain't here. I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
I don't know. He'll show up or he won't. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
He hasn't told us anything. It's so funny too because he's been texting in the group chat with Mark all morning about other stuff, memes and shit.
Yeah.
Up to like 15 minutes ago.
He literally just called me an idiot like 10 minutes ago.
And then just fucked off As far as the podcast is concerned, my birthday ended up hitting, but it looked so like as I told y'all,
Is
it
this my
was
first
true.
podcast back? Here's fucking Drew.
Well, speak of the devil,
Yeah.
we summoned him.
Yeah.
Was I summoned?
Yeah.
We were just talking about how it was funny to us because you had been all up in the group chat pretty much all morning with memes and stuff like that, up to and including like right before the podcast started. You had been in there talking about how Cho didn't hit and stuff like that and laughing at Mark shit or whatever. But
wasn't talking
then
about how
just
Cho didn't hit.
disappeared and we had no idea what the explanation was for that. And that was just funny to us. But then now here you are.
I wasn't talking about how Cho didn't hit, and it was 11:40, and then you realized that we needed to do a podcast at 11:50, which good on you, buddy.
Oh yeah. To be fair, actually, it was Mark who said I didn't hit. It was just in response to you, and I unfairly.
No,
lumped
I
you into
didn't.
that.
I didn't realize when I had been taking it for granted.
Me
I
too.
realized we had not confirmed with each other that it would be the typical time, and I wanted to make sure that was going to be the case because I had just been taking it for granted it would be 12 the whole time.
Yeah, I did too, to be honest. The problem is I don't ever know what time it is anymore. And
Yeah, we're just talking about time don't hit.
Yeah,
and
we
if,
literally were.
if we had the conversation like we usually do, hey, we start at noon, I would have set an alarm because that's what I have to do, even an hour out now. If it's an hour out or more, I have to set an alarm.
I've been that way. I'll forget.
Trey forgot we were doing it right now.
Cho had I was looking at Cho had asked me how my birthday was, and I was going to say it was fine. As I texted y'all that morning, which is true. First thing that happened, I woke up, I got an email, a work related email that did not hit, not like hugely didn't hit, but didn't hit. And
Pretty par though, honestly.
Yeah, definitely, but still the timing of it.
Yeah, pretty hilarious.
And then I got out of bed and walked over to my closet. My closet has sliding doors that also don't hit, and I was trying to just slide it over and it popped off the rail, fell the 1.5 feet or so from the elevated part of where my closet is. This big ass sliding door fell about 1.5 feet directly onto my big toe and smushed it. And, it was blood and swollen and all that. This was the first thing that happened on my birthday. And then then everything in the middle was just fine. And then that night it was reported falsely until the next day that DMX had died. So I thought my favorite artist died on my birthday to sort of cap it off. But no, he didn't die till the next day. But in the middle, Katie we were just talking on the podcast recently about how it would hit to do that thing. I think you were talking about Conrad doing it, but like it's a thing you could do where you get a movie theater to yourself.
Yeah.
You know who did it? I mean, rest in peace, man. Fucking that idea was given to me on our stereo show by Jason.
Yeah, yeah, Jason, the guy for listeners who was on stereo with Drew, and he was at our podcast network, one of the top dogs at the podcast network, and unfortunately and unexpectedly passed away. Yeah.
Oh, I assumed that y'all had addressed that while I was gone. I was actually wondering if need to say, our condolences to Jason. He was a good dude. And that does definitely sound like a Jason recommendation. Hey, just rent out the whole fucking movie theater.
But he sold me on it. I mean, that's, it's maybe, I don't know. We did, I'm tripping over my words. It's a testament to the kind of guy he is that he sold me immediately, son.
He's a salesman, dude.
So excited, well, he was excited about it. He sells stuff he cares about.
It is a hitting idea, for the record.
Yeah.
And it did hit. Katie did that for Kong versus Godzilla. It was funny because I know I told y'all this stuff. I didn't told that on here. I don't think it was funny because Kong versus Godzilla came out a week before, and I didn't know Katie had rented this theater on my birthday for that movie, which is like, again, a great movie because that's you ain't been in theaters for a year. That's a theater movie right there.
Hell yeah.
Giant monkey versus giant lizard. That's like theater personified. And but I didn't know that. She was trying to keep it a surprise. Now I maintain she should have known that what happened would have happened, because what had happened was it came out a week before my birthday, and on that day it came out. See, it was streaming on HBO Max because all Warner Brothers, all their movies for this year are in theaters, but also streaming on HBO Max if you have it, and we have it, of course. So the day it came out, Katie came home from like Target or whatever, and I was like, all right, we're about to eat dinner, and after that, you know what we're doing? Because the boys were in there. I was like, we're gonna watch King Kong versus Godzilla, and they all were like, no. Like the boy, Katie was trying to be like, no, I thought maybe they would like go swimming or something like that, but the boys, because they don't understand
Oversold
nuance or anything, yeah, they were like, no, and I was like, what are you talking about? Well, why? I was like, maybe I didn't hear me. I was like, it's King Kong versus Godzilla. It's a giant monkey fighting a giant lizard. Are you serious right now? And they just keep saying, no. And the way I get so mad. And Katie also is like, you know, she's like also not moving on it at all. She's like, no, I don't want to do that or whatever. And so I'm like, what? Why? And then finally I'm like, okay, fine. Y'all do whatever the hell you want to. I'm gonna watch a goddamn movie, you know? And she's like, no. Then she's like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I can't watch a movie when I want to watch.
I would have been
movie
so
now.
mad.
Yeah. I was like, well, you know, who the fuck is you? You know, like, how you gonna tell me I don't give a shit if y'all don't want to watch it? That's fine. It's stupid, but it's fine. But I'm gonna watch the fucking movie, you know. And then I forced her to be like, you can't do that because I rented a goddamn movie theater out for your birthday for that movie next week, you idiot. You know, and I was like, oh,
yep.
Well, okay. Thank you. That will hit.
Did your boys know that the surprise?
They did. She had told them, and that's why I meant when I said they don't understand nuance and stuff, because they understood the situation, but they couldn't try to like play it smoothly. They were just saying no.
But did they hear? Did the reveal come in front of them, or did you guys play it like you were surprised for them?
No, they were standing there when all this happened. Yeah, they were standing there throughout it. You know,
they just got a master class on how they're going to be.
Yeah, and then, but the movie did hit for me quite a bit. Again, it's one of those like, I'm a major mark for those kaiju movie or just monster movies, creature features, that type
Monkey
of
stuff.
I love all that shit, especially when the creatures are huge, and especially when one of the huge creatures is a big ass monkey. I'm really into that particular genre of movies. So that hit, and then we came back and played PlayStation, and Katie tried to make cookies and fucked them all up, which is fine because she got a cheesecake from Porto's after that.
Oh,
so, yeah. And so yeah, birthday was fine.
I looked up Runny White recipes, and I was going to bring you some, but they were all so different. I was like, there is no way to get it right. Like the first 5 recipes I looked at were all different, and then I was like,
you want to know what's funny? I mean, you probably saw this when you were working through the recipes there. But so when we say Runny White, we mean the type of Mexican cheese dip you get in Mexican restaurants in the South specifically, which is what we all grew up on. And it's trash, and it's the best trash ever made. And you can't get it in California because it's not authentic, which broke my heart. Broke my heart when I moved out here,
because everything else in LA is so goddamn authentic.
Right? Exactly. But it's not authentic, so you can't get it out here. And what's funny about it being not authentic, and it's made for fat, dumb, and don't hit white people specifically, and Lord does a hit for us, is if you look it up, the recipe includes sometimes it's another cheese or two, but one of the main ingredients in it actually is white American cheese.
Yes.
Because it's white American cheese and those canned green chilies and
the Rotel chilies.
Yeah, the Rotel chilies. And
did you make it?
Katie did once, I think, for a previous birthday of mine.
Did it hit?
It did not hit. She got it close. It just ain't the same. You know what I mean? It ain't the same.
I think I remembered that. I think I was looking at those recipes and I was literally like, he ain't gonna appreciate this. Fuck him.
That's such a great. That's so great. He can appreciate
like
this.
Me.
Fuck him.
Yeah. But no, it was
just say, yeah, that sounded just like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I do a good Drew from time to time.
Dude, I'll tell you how I'm kind of frightened. I'll tell you what I got coming up this weekend that I'm kind of fucking real nervous about.
A wedding.
It's a wedding in New Orleans.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, that sounds super hitting. What are you nervous?
Dude, I was this close to going to New Orleans this weekend to see Russell.
So here's the deal. Here's where I'm okay with it. Everyone, and I mean everyone, because the reason they're doing it in New Orleans because they didn't want anybody to come to their fucking wedding. It's a bridesmaids, groomsmen only, and the parents thing. everyone is either vaccinated or has had the virus within 90 days. So the best bubble we can be in, it's at this, private venue gimmick situation. So like, I'm cool with all that. However, I just like, I don't know, man. My first kind of like back into the world being New Orleans, it seems like I should have more of that's not a good tub birth. You know what I'm saying?
Because New Orleans, not New Orleans, because that's why I didn't go.
No, I
Is that
meant
what
just
you mean?
Yeah, well, I just meant like, oh, definitely. Amber, that she's never been to New Orleans. She's like, I'm so excited. I've never been to New Orleans. I was like, well, you're not really going to get what New Orleans
There's
is.
no fucking parades, man.
Now,
There's not
to
many
me-
live shows.
To me, that halfway hits because, I don't like a lot of people. I just like the food and shit like
Yeah.
that. But I'm still afraid that, like, if a place could be wild right now, that will be the number one wild spot.
They
You
may
know
not
what
be
I'm
having
saying?
parades and shit, but I was about to say they may not be having parades and whatnot, but I think they'll still be going in.
Right,
I don't
right.
think you'll notice that much of a difference, frankly. But and I'm about to show my ignorance here. Both of y'all know or should know, I would think, like, if this is dumb to say, I apologize to the world. But if you're vaccinated, like,
Yeah.
I mean, does it matter?
I
Like,
don't know. Like,
I mean, shouldn't it pretty much be fine? Like, once you get vaccinated,
think-
then fuck it. Like,
I
or is that
I
stupid
kind
to
of
say?
know. So I kind of know.
trust me, that's
because-
how I feel.
Right.
So basically, my understanding is they don't make you immune. They make it to where the disease can't kill you and
Oh.
probably won't even hospitalize you anymore. But that means that you can technically spread it.
Right.
So the
Damn it.
balance that you got to look at, in
Don't,
my
yeah.
opinion, is in terms of touring, which is the only way I've looked at the question. Like, I'm gonna be
Right.
honest, I've gone to a fucking patio, but the balance
Yeah,
you got to look at in
patio
terms
ain't
of that other
shit.
stuff is like when other people have the opportunity to get the same protection you've gotten once you've gotten the vaccine.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, once everybody gets the opportunity, it's like, well, at some point, if you're not vaccinated, that's on you.
Right.
Yeah.
But at this point, and by the way, the science I don't think is 100% clear, but my understanding is where the CDC is they're saying no one's fully immune. It's just that we have the antibodies to beat it now.
Right.
So I think they think we can still spread it.
Well,
if you get it, you can still spread it to somebody.
see, that
I
sucks because
think, by the way. It's very confusing to read these fucking
no, for sure. I know, but like that kind of that sucks for me because like y'all know how I am. I've never really worried about getting it.
Right.
I've always just been worried about like giving it to my sister who then gives it to my dad and then he fucking dies. Like, because I have two schools of thoughts on it. It was like, number one, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know I'm not young and I know I'm not that healthy, but I'll probably be all right. And if I'm not, then fucking, well, that hits too, like I get to die. But like, I've always just been worried about like mom and dad, but like now I think they're vaxxed up or whatever. I guess really like now that I'm saying it all out loud, it's kind of just an optics thing for me. Like I still feel like even though I'm vaxxed and I know that we're going with a group that we're all going to be together. And if I go into a place, I'll fucking wear a mask. I'm still just like, do I look like an asshole? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not in New Orleans, you won't. You talking about you gonna be cursed and shit? I'm serious. Like,
No, I know.
Yeah.
I meant like saying this out loud on the podcast that I'm going to New Orleans for a fucking wedding.
yeah,
I'm going
dude,
to Mexico in 2 weeks.
All right. Well,
I do not. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it right now, but I've gone to not New Orleans, but Louisiana recently, and dude, I think I hate to say this, but I think it might be a situation where if you walk in a place. Oh, did you say if you walk in wearing a mask, you look like an asshole?
no.
Yes,
I'm
I think that is what will happen. is
Yes,
what
no,
I'm
I know.
saying.
No, I know
Like,
that.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm saying optics wise to our listeners here on the I'm trying to figure out how I seem to dude, I don't give a fuck what those type of people think about me.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
dude, trust me. I live in I live in Marjorie Taylor Greene's district and I've been wearing a mask for over a year.
Right.
I know what it's like.
Yeah.
for
Who am
people
I
to be like,
telling? Yeah, you
"Queer."
know what it is.
Yeah. Dude, on I won't say a daily a daily basis, I get this just like look or whatever.
Mhm.
And then every now and then, like I tell you that one dude in the fucking gas station just turned around, this old man, he was just sitting there and he just turned around and he goes, "You fucking chicken shit," and then just fucking walked off.
That could have been about anything. Dude.
Yeah.
That's true. It could have been about anything.
And
but
how
like-
many people were in there?
Yeah, it was just me. It
Oh, it
was
was
pretty
definitely
clear
Joe
and
who was
pointed.
talking to. Yeah.
But my point is like, okay,
He
look,
pointed.
I've got my goddamn vaccine. I feel like I've done all the right things. Is it cool if I go to fucking Cafe Du Monde and don't feel that bad about it? Like, is that okay?
Yes.
Dude, I think so. Jesus
Okay.
Christ. At
Well,
a
here's the
certain
other thing.
point, it's got to be.
I
man.
know.
There's another study that's like, that's not true. We don't have any evidence you can spread it once you get fully vaccinated, because part of the efficacy is that your body beats it so quickly that it doesn't fuck you up. That also makes you less, spreadable. According to one thing I read, it's confusing. You know, Corey, you said this in the podcast when we were complaining about conservatives. It was like, we've all got to do what we can. We've all got to do our best. And you were complaining that it's been 2 weeks, and all these people were like, what else can we do?
Right.
It ain't been 2 weeks no more.
Right.
And
Yeah.
everybody's
got the
got
vaccine.
access to a vax. I think maybe not in New Orleans. I mean, that's something you might want to think about or look into. Maybe in Louisiana, not everyone could even be vaxxed yet. But, at some point that's the case.
Like I said, for the most part, the wedding party is going to be in one location that nobody else is going to be. I know me. I'm going to be in New Orleans. I mean, God, I'm going to be right there next to Dumont and fucking where the oysters is. And they're going to have patios like a motherfucker. Like, I just don't see, I can see myself right now going, you know what? I'm going to be a good person and I'm just going to do the wedding party stuff. I get there, I have fucking 2 shots of goddamn Willet, and then my ass is going to slurp down fucking oysters.
Well,
like, I just know me.
on a
I was about to
patio.
ask you because you'll be
Yeah, on a patio.
drinking. You'll be
Huh?
drinking, and that will definitely change things. But I was going to ask, like,
It'd
again,
also kill the vaccine problem.
when
Yeah.
I'm out and about,
For sure.
for whatever reason now, like when I went to Louisiana, the airport, Louisiana, all that, I felt, I don't know. I don't, y'all know I don't have like anxiety problems or whatever, but like, I just wasn't, it was weird.
Yeah. No, this is weird.
Because I haven't been anywhere. I haven't been except going to the grocery store and shit like that, and like, I, didn't necessarily think it would be, but it just fucking felt weird. It was like it just felt kind of off being out and shit. I don't know.
Well, dude, you gotta think about that, and you gotta read some of this stuff yourself, because everything I just said could be completely wrong by now. I mean, there was an Israeli study that a lot of people were saying. I came very close to only getting one Pfizer vaccine, because the study in Israel was like, you get like 89% effectiveness from one dose, jumps up to 95 after 2. And everybody talked about the second dose being horrible. And I was like,
Yeah, it didn't hit.
6% for a fucking terrible 24 hours? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, Fauci's now saying that study's maybe not reliable, or it has some weaknesses. So my point is, this is scientists and us doing our best. Just do your best. If you get drunk and need oysters, get them to go. Get them on the patio.
I feel like patio's fine. It has
Yeah.
to be. I'm vaccinated. Patio's fine.
If you do the research and you think about it and you decide it's fine, then it's fine, because you're not an asshole who's a narcissist. The fact that you're going through all these things in your brain is proof that you're not an asshole and a narcissist.
It's just so weird, man. Like, it's just such a goddamn weird feeling to be like, it feels like such a genuinely, it feels like a fucking sci-fi movie that I'm having to like re-enter the atmosphere. You know what I mean? And I'm having to go through all these fucking steps to make sure that my stomach doesn't explode or something like that when we reach. It's crazy.
Man. And we might be wrong. And all this stuff, not you personally, but generally everyone's attitude may cause another outbreak of a different strain. And we may be right back to square one, and it'll be a nightmare. But, fuck, bro.
Well, dude, I can
we're
tell
at
you,
square one if we don't start.
I was about to say, I don't mean this, and I don't mean me. I don't mean us. But like, if tomorrow they came out and were like, by the way, we're back to square one and we're going to have to go through all of this again, we would not survive that. Like, that would not, like, literally everyone, including so many liberals, would be like, yeah, well, all right, at this point, it's Thanos. You know what I mean? Like, we're just doing it. I feel like that's how it would be. Again, not with me personally. I just know how like a lot of conservatives treated the one go
I was
around.
about to say they got there in May.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's no doubt if what you just said transpired, they would absolutely say, fuck that shit. And they
Yeah,
would
I
just be
mean-
like, yeah, everybody needs to die.
Right.
Again,
Look
that's
at-
what they said then. They're like, look, if some old people need to die so businesses could be opened, then that's just
Right.
what needs to happen.
And in
Like-
Florida, they lied about the case. You know what I mean? It wasn't just like, yeah, old people need to die. And it was also like, and we will say they died of pneumonia. We really don't give a fuck. And by we, I mean the fucking governor. We're not talking about like some evil corporate making a bunch of money. It's the governor of Florida was like, literally, I mean, this is all documented. It was like, hey, official state records, change all that to pneumonia. And then the woman who tried to out him, the whistleblower, he sent the cops to her fucking door. Like, we're already living in the weird, 1984 or whatever nightmare, dude. Go eat some oysters.
Yep. You know what else you can do?
What's
Get
that?
Get some Lucy, Lucy
yeah.
Nicotine. Yes, wonderful company founded
That'll
by
hit.
contact scientists, and to provide you with tobacco alternatives that don't suck. Research was developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients. Lucy has a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. But if you ain't down with any of those, they also have a lozenge in cherry ice flavor, also with 4 milligrams of nicotine. All the flavors are great, and it's convenient and discreet. You can do it anywhere, on flights, at Cafe Du Monde, wherever the hell you want to do it, you can do it. Lucy hits.
Does hit.
Yeah, like I said,
Lucy
bunch of
hits so
food
much
triggers.
that I don't even take Lucy anymore. That's how much Lucy hits. You boys started chewing the gum with absolutely no intention of quitting nicotine because, I mean, it's good, and I've always felt that way about it. But then after a while, the next thing I know, I'm not reaching for the vape. I'm not even reaching for Lucy. So there's a genuine story there. True. Lucy helped me not only quit nicotine, but it helped me quit Lucy. It's 2020. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug your vape, throw out your dip, get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. It's the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, and you don't even have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down. WellRED listeners, go to lucy.co. That's lucy.co, and use promo code RED to get 20% off all products, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co. Now, Trey, give us that disclaimer, pal.
Yes, as always, we are legally required to give this disclaimer. Warning: this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Which hits.
Lucy.co, use the promo code RED, RED. We thank them for sponsoring the podcast. Next up, let's do Cuts.
How about them?
Yeah, Cuts Clothing. We've had them for a while now. What they've done is they've taken a classic men's fashion staple, the plain tee, and they've refined it, combining premium quality with a minimalist aesthetic. And you might hear that and you think, like, what else is there to be done with a t-shirt? But they are genuinely very different and in a hidden way. They're not like your standard t-shirt. I don't know what it is about them. They just feel sleek. They feel sleek and svelte and stuff like that. And I'm fat and don't feel that way often. But they've also got polos and hoodies and crew sweatshirts, and they're all made for the man who works hard, plays hard, and never settles for less. All in the sport of business, built for performance in the boardroom, the bar, the gym, wherever you go. Cuts Clothing keeps you sharp. Take a plain tee, but make it Tony Stark. That's what they've done. The bleeding edge of fabric technology meets the man confident enough to wear it. That is Cuts Clothing, fellers.
I ordered another one, boys. I ordered the crew. I can't talk highly enough about their sweatshirts, their hoodies, and I ordered me the crew. I like them. They look good. They feel good. I love a good hoodie. You guys know that.
They're one of the only t-shirts that don't absolutely wear my goddamn nipples out when I'm out walking.
These weird cat nipples, guys,
there
are
you go.
safe and fit Cuts.
Somebody mentioned my cat nipples earlier today.
They tweeted
yeah,
about it.
They did. They did. God damn it. Cuts is premium with a purpose. Each piece of clothing is designed with custom engineered fabric, expertly graded for the perfect fit, arming you for every challenge and opportunity, even if you have fucking dumb cat nipples like me. It's not just a lifestyle. It's not just clothing. It's office leisure apparel for the sport of business. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/WellRED. It's WellRED. That's cutsclothing.com/WellRED for 15% off. The only shirt worth wearing over your dumb cat nipples.
That's right. Thank you, Cuts. Next up, last up here, Feels. That's Feals. Feels is a better way to feel better. Drew's holding some up right there. Yes, I've got
I'm gonna
me some
take it.
too. Does hit.
I just took mine.
Our Feels Premium CBD will help you keep your head clear and help you feel your best. CBD has been proven to greatly reduce anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. Navigating the world of CBD can be complicated, and at Feels, they look to make the process as simple as possible so you can start feeling better sooner. If you're new to CBD, Feels has their own free CBD hotline to help you guide you through the discovery process. If you already know CBD is right for you, Feels hassle-free membership program is guaranteed to help you feel your best month after month or your money back. It's just that simple. It is shipped directly to your doorstep in just a few days. Feels is the new natural, healthy, better way to feel better. Tro, why is Feels so awesome?
Can I tell you one reason that I really like this particular iteration of CBD?
Yes.
It kind of fucking tastes like weed. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it does. You're right. It does.
like, I like that they don't bullshit around. That it's just like, look, man, you know what it is. Like, I'm a big earthy, kind of dude. Like, I like the earthy taste and stuff like that. To me, it's just, we were talking about this earlier on the podcast with how I think hot coffee goes to work on you quicker. Well, I think that CBD that kind of already tastes like the goddamn weed works better. You know what I'm saying? That's me. It helps with my stress, helps me fall asleep. It also comes, not that this matters to anybody, don't it come in the cutest little tube?
I love their
Yeah, look at it, Drew.
Their branding, whatever. Drew's holding it up right now. They also had the little flight. Did y'all get the flight?
Yeah, I got the flight.
Those little, they're like little vials.
Yeah.
It feels like you're taking like a serum in a sci-fi movie or something.
Oh, dude, that's what I was gonna say. It's like fucking Minority Report.
All right, I'm gonna do it. You put
put it away the hits
under your tongue, which is new to me in terms of CBD advice. So that's a hidden thing too.
So yes, we've all done it, and we agree that it does hit. So you need to check it out. Here's what you do: you become a member, and you get 50% off your first order. Start feeling better with Feels. Become a member today by going to feels.com/WellRED, WellRED. And again, you get 50% off your first order with free shipping. That's FEALS.com/WellRED. To become a member, get 50% automatically taken off the first order with free shipping. Feels.com/WellRED. Thank you, Feels.
That's a great goddamn deal.
All righty. I got one of my silly things I wanted to ask y'all about. The goddamn chupacabra.
Ooh,
yeah.
Haven't we done this?
Have we talked about the chupacabra?
Well, I found one that time.
Okay, I'm so glad I brought this up. I don't.
He showed us a picture.
Yeah, and y'all didn't believe me.
Still don't.
What? You showed us a picture?
Chris found there's a chupacabra outside of his house, dude. I fucking saw it. Goddamn.
How long ago are we talking about?
3 years.
Okay.
That you showed it to us, or that you saw it?
Yeah, I showed it to y'all.
He showed us a picture of a chupacabra.
No, he showed us a picture of something. I mean, the
Damn it, I don't
picture
have my
comes
fucking-
from like a brick phone, bro. Because it looked like you took it with a potato.
I don't have my phone on me right now, but next episode I'm gonna get Chris to send me a picture of this goddamn.
It's a weird looking thing that he sent us.
It's a chupacabra. Like it's a devil dog. Ain't that what chupacabra means in Spanish? Devil dog. No, that's that's Diablo.
Yeah, I mean it's just a fucking dog with too many chromosomes and rabies is all it is. But it looked wild as hell.
It could have also been I saw I'm so glad I asked because I didn't have no recollection that Cho is a believer.
What believer? What do you mean? Oh, hey, do you believe in this fucking cup right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean a believer? It's not like Santa Claus.
I got buddies who are like this about Bigfoot, and it always cracks me up. No, I don't remember.
I'm a Trey Crowder
at all.
Chupacabra Corey truther is what I'm becoming.
Chupacabra Corey in Spanish means goat sucker.
See? Because
it sucks goat's blood out.
Yeah.
But I saw an article from this couple in Texas.
Amber.
Yes, get his phone.
I want to get Katie in here too. Trey, I cannot believe you don't remember this. This to me is more unbelievable than the chupacabra. It makes more sense to me that a chupacabra is real than it does that Trey Crowder don't remember Corey Forrester sending us a picture of a fucking dog with too many chromosomes and saying it's
the other thing it could have been, which I've been trying to say for a minute, is a couple in Texas caught one and they were like, "We got the chupacabra, everybody." And what it was a raccoon with advanced mange, so it had no hair on it. And if you think you'd be like, I could tell a raccoon with no hair. They
wild.
They look wild.
You ever seen a bear with no hair?
Bears with no hair, they look wild too. So I'm saying that's probably what you saw. Something with no hair.
Okay, fine, sure.
No, keep believing it.
I'm just saying, dude, it's goddamn head, man. Like, do you remember when in The Mask, when his fucking dog accidentally puts the mask on? That's
Yeah,
what this
yeah.
fucking thing looked like, except gray. And I will admit, there was definitely some mange. Like, it had some fucking like rot gut, going over here to the side. But like, dude, I'm telling you, man, like, Amber, dude, I hear her down there.
I just can't believe you don't remember all.
Will you text? Hey,
Was it
text-
on the show? Am I repeating show
Chris
stuff
and
now, or was
ask
this?
him to
I
send a
think we
picture
did
of
it on the
Chupacabra.
show after the fight on text, and he sent us the picture.
Yeah,
No, send it to you and bring it up here. I don't have my phone. I'm in the middle of a show. That's very professional.
I got. Yeah, I have no idea. But what do y'all know about the origin of it? Like,
I don't.
anything at all? Like, when you think how you think it like originated? Because it's part of cryptozoology, right?
Honestly, probably some Mexican saw a bald raccoon.
I think didn't something get into their livestock, and then somebody said they saw it. I think it just I think this happened.
Bunch of
this
dead
used to happen
cows.
all the time. But cows die in an area, and almost always some folklore comes up. In my area, it was the dying witches. All these cows died, and these 3 sisters lived on the hill who everybody thought was witches because they never got married, and they were ladies.
Yeah.
All these cows died, and everybody said the milkman stopped going up to the dying witch's house because of the snow, and so they put a curse on everybody's cows.
Because he deprived them of milk, or because he wasn't
Yes.
dicking them down no more.
Well, that's
It was both.
tough to call. That's it's
Yeah.
weird among sisters,
God, that's so fucking funny.
isn't it great?
I bet
And
they were a bunch of cows are dead. I bet those ladies are witches.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly. But
Well,
when do y'all think?
I think actually it went. Those ladies are witches because otherwise, why would they be not married?
Right.
And then the cows died.
Right.
And then it was like them damn witches did it.
Katie,
Right.
you ever seen a chupacabra? Has your daddy? Well,
Andy,
she said no.
She
I
sounds
was
so
like,
mad.
I know.
Andy, you ever seen a
Why I
chupacabra?
yelled at her. She wasn't expecting that.
Right. Amber sounded mad too.
Does anyone in your family ever claim to have seen a chupacabra?
I really thought she was going to be like that. She was going to say, yeah, that she had at
Me
least one
too.
cousin who had shot a chupacabra or something. But just take a guess if y'all don't know when it like came to be.
Okay.
Like, when the folklore dates back to.
It's
I
not
bet
that
you it's
old.
earlier than you think.
I don't think it's old at all.
1934.
1987.
1995.
Shut the fuck up.
I know.
You serious?
I was also blown away by that. I was like, 95. It's wild because I do remember being a kid and
Me too.
chupacabra fever.
Right.
But I didn't. But
I just assumed it was old.
yeah, right. I didn't realize that was like the first. That's like when it started. Tell you another thing that's kind of wild about that. The name was coined by a Puerto Rican comedian.
Hell yeah.
Silverio Perez, Puerto Rican comedian and radio DJ, who coined the label in 1995 while commenting on the attacks. So it's like Drew would say, it was livestock. 8 sheep in Puerto Rico discovered dead with 3 puncture wounds in the chest area and reportedly completely drained of blood. And that was the origin of the chupacabra.
Man, Puerto Ricans are so much cooler than us. We have something like that, and everyone's like, it was Satan and them witches. And they just make up a whole new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
did
definitely
y'all,
always
like,
thought Puerto Ricans were better than us.
I mean, look, it just happened
can't
with
tap
Corey a
dance.
few years ago, apparently. But like, in Salina, there was a guy that was like, got a chupacabra, killed me a chupacabra. And it was like, did y'all have that in Sunbright? Did anybody ever kill a chupacabra, or was it like a thing? I feel like this was
people
a
claim
thing.
to, son.
Right.
Man, now that I
Corey's the only
know-
person who's ever produced a picture.
Now that I know it's only goes back to 1995, like I know I'm full of shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like much like every
You were gonna believe it if it was from the 1800s.
yeah, like much like everything in the South, if it can go back far enough to have plausible deniability of some sort of like mystical, but like ain't no mystical shit happened in 1995 except for mystical.
that's what
He
I
was
like
popping
about-
too.
He was
Lewis Black-
crushing in 95.
Ain't no doubt. Lewis Black had a joke about that with Scientology. I don't remember exactly how he went, but he was like, and they compare it to the Catholic Church. They got robes. There's stories. 2,000 years ago, it fucking made sense.
Yeah. Sarah
No,
Silverman's got a
dude.
bit too where she's like, she's like, Scientology's stupid because their guy had a driver's license.
Yes, 100%, 100%. Yeah.
But-
Anytime people try to bring up, it's like, think about how crazy the shit is Christians believe. It's always like, yeah, but dude, think about how dumb everybody was when they started believing it, and then they just
Right.
like kept believing it all.
Right.
Like
That makes
anytime you try to
sense.
make some new shit, like QAnon, right?
Yeah.
Like that, like that's new stupid shit.
That's new
New
stupid.
dumb.
Makes it
Got that
different.
new dumb.
Yeah.
That new dumb. So the
Oh,
guy in
man.
Salina that killed the chupacabra, he had a picture of the corpse, showed it around everywhere. Everybody's passing around schools like it was like a viral video, but before those existed. And what it ended up being was something called a muntjac. You ever heard of that?
Yes, and I think you told us this when we talked.
You did,
about
you did.
chupacabra.
I was about to say,
Hilarious.
I've heard Muntjack, and
I
it was
don't
from
remember
you.
none of this. I'm sorry to the audience.
Dude,
I must have been drunk on that episode. Or
makes
something. I don't
sense.
remember any.
We-
of
I don't think we
drank a
talked about it on the
lot.
podcast.
Drew said he thought we did. I
Well-
don't remember it on or off the podcast, but
Well, I probably just remember it, and then I'm going, well, why wouldn't we have talked about it on the podcast?
And you're-
Corey showed us a picture of a mangy raccoon, and of course we would have brought that up.
muntjacks are they're also known as barking deer, which is weird as hell.
You definitely
Uh,
brought this up because it looks like a deer.
A small
gray
deer,
deer.
from Southeast Asia. That
Wait,
somehow,
wait.
I don't know how the hell it got in Clay County, but that's what it was.
Or rib-faced deer, which
yeah.
that's one of those insults where it sounds dumb, and the more you think about it, you're like, man, that's fucked up. You call somebody rib-faced.
Yeah, no, that ain't nice.
Yeah, but fuck a deer. We can call them whatever. They ain't gonna do shit.
They're gonna kill your goats.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny that like when a new monster comes up.
Yeah,
right?
that is
like when a
interesting.
like that new hotness.
Thought we were
when-
done.
When the new Bigfoot, yeah. But I'm saying like old boys get into that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah,
it's
new
like, I'm gonna
Bigfoot just
shoot one of them. I can't wait to shoot one. Well, they got in Puerto Rico. Oh, I'm gonna shoot that.
Who-
That's so fucking true and hilarious.
It's like
Yeah.
the joke. Who had the joke about how racist good old boys are gonna be towards aliens? Like day 2, the
Patton.
aliens will come and they'll be calling them space N words.
Oh yeah. I can't remember who was that.
Was it DJ?
No, DJ
I
showed
had-
us
well,
a quote.
I have the
Was it
bit
you?
about I don't say the space N words. I read that on Reddit and told y'all about it, but I had that bit about rednecks hating aliens because of all the butthole probing and all that stuff
Yeah.
and everything. And I was talking about in the future how the rednecks will be racist against robots and aliens was part of. I said somebody. I don't
Called 'em-
remember.
You
Been a
called them
while.
socket mouths or something like that.
Yeah, you made up a serve for robots, I think, not aliens. Maybe I'm wrong.
I
but
did
I
make
was
a
just-
slur
I was
for-
just
made up
trying
a
to
slur for
compare-
both, I'm pretty sure.
I remember how excited you were too.
Yeah.
Making up new slurs.
I made up a slur, I can say.
Yeah.
Hit for
Um,
you.
Don't
I
get
was
to
just
do that
trying
very
to
often.
compare how like good old boys don't waste no time, good old boying.
Uh-uh.
No, never. They get
It's-
right to it.
Yeah, I know what that'll be good for. Killing.
Yeah, dude. Born in 5th gear on that respect.
So
I thought you said they're from Asia. Oh, they are from Asia. They're also from
Muntjacs are.
France.
yeah, I don't know. Again, I mean, that also is weird that was in Clay County, but it was, I mean, even I can remember seeing the picture and you look up a muntjac on the internet. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what it was. But I don't know what the hell that thing was doing in Salina, which is, I mean,
Maybe
Not living a
maybe
better life.
no,
Maybe
that's
that
what they
old-
said about any different kind of thing that showed up, including people.
Shoot it.
Yeah. What the
Well,
hell's it doing
speaking
here?
of
Shoot it.
people who showed up and somehow didn't get shot, what about that gay fella that owned tigers? What about y'all's resident tiger king with the monkeys?
Bob?
Maybe Bob owned it.
Big Bob. I'm sure he would have loved to have owned it. Yeah. If he could have got his hands on it. He probably. Now, see, if we had a chupacabra, they definitely would have got in there and killed all Big Bob's kangaroos and stuff. I feel like.
Is Big Bob dead?
I don't think so.
I couldn't
No.
remember what.
No,
well,
no,
I
no,
just-
no, because he was going through all that custody shit with his monkey.
I know, and I've just kind of been worried about him since, and you know what happens sometimes.
He got the monkey back, though, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
okay.
he got
Reason
the
to
monkey
live.
back. So his heart is whole. He'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm sure his heart is real whole.
Oh, massively whole.
Dude, I like how we killed Wallace Shawn, but we're very particular about whether or not Big Bob's still alive.
Well, I just remember, like, look, man, do you know how fucking
I would know. I think
But do
like
you know
somebody
how-
would have told me if he had died. Because dude, this was not even a year ago. We were talking about
no,
him.
it was coming up on a year ago, though.
Yeah.
And like,
Right.
how insane is that, by the way? Like I
That's
was thinking
wild.
about that the other day. Do you remember how long ago it felt like when people were just going, "Don't touch your face, don't touch your face," about the fucking that literally seems like a whole lifetime ago for me. Like I don't think that we think about a lot about how much of a fucking AD BC moment that we're fucking living in. Like we all know shit has changed, but like
Oh, yeah.
like
I
this is
definitely think that is true. I mean,
Yeah.
like 9/11 was like that for Americans specifically. It was like
Yeah.
before 9/11 and then after 9/11. And I definitely think that COVID will be like that for
this is way
the
worse than
world.
9/11, and 9/11 don't hit.
Yeah, for the world. Right. I'm saying this will be that way for the world. It'll be
Right.
like pre-COVID and post-COVID, I think, for sure. And you're right. It is wild to think about when you're like living through it.
Yeah.
Don't hit.
No, it don't hit.
People, and the same people are intolerable about it.
Right. Yeah. That's very true. I wonder.
They stay intolerable.
Yeah. 9/11 ruined
Intolerant,
country music. I
intolerable,
think
all
that
of them.
music is going to get better because of this.
Music?
Yeah. I think good music will come out of this, whereas I think 9/11 ruined. I think we always look for, I think we've talked about this, like everybody's like, oh, some people are like, oh, the 70s was great country music, and then the overproduced bullshit of the 80s is when country music started to fail. And then some people were like, no, it's the stadium rock of the 90s. And then people were like, no, it's the fucking bro rock of the 2000s. I think it's just 9/11 happened and country music has sucked. Mainstream country music has sucked since then.
Do you think 9/11 is what we've talked on the show before about how like the aughts, which is when all of us were like coming of age and everything.
Yeah.
How like fucking bro-y and everything the aughts were. Do you think that's like a direct result of 9/11?
Absolutely.
Yeah. It was like everybody, all Americans wanting to be fucking badass all the time.
Yes.
Because of 9/11.
Because we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And like I said, every like country, like fucking 9/11 happened, and every song had to be about the troops and America and guns and all that shit. And then everybody started wearing their fucking hats backwards, like fucking bomb me, fucking Mountain Dew.
And
you know what I mean?
and energy drinks and all that. And it was all just about like ass whooping, Ford excursions, big, suck my dick SUVs.
We got so like masculine that we forgot so much about being feminine that Ed Hardy was allowed to be a t-shirt.
Yeah, dude.
We just were like, put some rhinestones on it. I need to feel something sparkly. I've been angry all day.
Yeah. Like the ramifications of 9/11 far worse than 9/11 itself.
However, though, 9/11
did not hit.
Not hit. No. We've said it plenty of times.
On record, a bunch. But yeah,
something happened with Peyton Manning one time, and I said that this was my personal 9/11. And
when he went to the Broncos,
very mad at me.
Yeah, some people
get real. Man, I'm pretty sure.
Some people get real touchy about 9/11.
Yeah, it don't hit for them.
I don't think 9/11 is just fine.
No, it don't hit for people.
No, I mean it don't hit for me. It don't.
I don't like 9/11.
I don't.
Neither.
We're not
I was trying to express
9/11.
that I didn't like it that night on stage in Kentucky.
That reminds me of God, I miss touring so much. That just reminds me of Tushar's joke, where Tushar's like, I'm brown, so people always think I know stuff about all brown people. So they'll always say like, Tushar, do you think there's going to be another 9/11? Do you think they'll do another 9/11? I'm like, no, they're going to pick a different day.
How wild would it be if they didn't?
I think that'd be the smartest thing.
Least expected.
Yeah. And everybody's like off eating hot dogs and shit. Although I guess that's the worst day because do people go to work on 9/11?
Yeah, and they all got their guns strapped up and they're fucking looking for brown people.
That's a bad idea.
On 9/11. Joe just don't know how any other jobs. I know you've never had. I know, but like, yes, yeah.
Well, that's kind of stupid.
Why? Because we're supposed to spend it remembering. I work for the federal government, and the flag will be at half mast on 9/11.
I'm just saying, if I got to see all these fucking bumper stickers, at least give everybody at the bank the goddamn day off.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I disagree with you, but you realizing that people have to go to work on 9/11 is the opposite of 9/11 for me.
Yeah, I mean, you have no idea how often. Well, yeah, you probably do. How often one of those revelations will happen to me that's like, man, you really just don't know shit except for stand-up comedy and like, some sports.
that. Don't worry about it, buddy. That's how I am with interacting with people on a personal level. So
Yeah. You think we're going to be better at that or worse than that when we get out of this? Do you think we're going to be like so happy to talk to people that we're going to be better at it, or worse because we're going to be so trepidatious?
I think it's going to be. I mean, I've got socially awkward tendencies, and I know for a fact that they are going to be worsened after this, at least for a little while. I know they are.
But
Like
we don't
the
have
whole,
to talk to people now.
like that sort, like the whole white guy stereotype of like
Missing the
trying to do a
handshake.
to a black guy or whatever, or just
Yeah, I
anybody,
used to have a bit about
like
it.
that. That's right, you did. So that, but like elevated and for everyone, at least for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I won't know, like, or even meeting someone. What do we do?
Yeah.
Like, what do we like? And I will make it as weird and dumb as possible
Yeah.
for at least the first.
You're going to
6
poke
months.
a lady in the eye the first
Yes.
interaction that you have.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of awkwardness and stuff.
shaking heads. He's just
I don't know how there couldn't be,
Right.
there's going to be that at first. I think in the long run I'll be better, but I don't. I think that's just because I'm happier and like less angry in general. I'm not
because
sure
you
it has
ain't been
anything
around
to do-
people
I'm not-
generally for a year.
Well, I think it's because I had time to work on that stuff. But maybe your theory is more correct.
Like you might get back out there and remember, like, oh God, yeah, people don't hit.
Yeah,
like I
maybe.
forgot that people don't hit.
It
It
could
reminded
go
me-
a bunch of different ways. I guess it
reminds-
really comes down to, was it their fault that I was the way that I was, or mine?
That reminds me of what Stuart Huff said on Into the Biscuit this past week when he was talking about his 5-year-old and how him and his 5-year-old went to a birthday. I'm butchering it, but I know I'll get the punchline right. His 5-year-old and him go, like, they're going to a birthday party, and as soon as they get there, they walk in, and his 5-year-old looks at him and goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot. I hate other people."
And the tag was, he was like, "Well, buddy, come on, we got, they're gonna have birthday cake. Can we just get the cake and not talk to those people?"
Can I just get my portion? That was that fucking old Louis bit when the club, the kids at the comedy club were trying to smoke weed with him. And he was like, "Can I just get my portion now and I'll just leave?" And you'll sit here. Yeah, whatever.
I think you'll have some insight into this on next week's episode. Wait, are you going to be back by a month?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I
Drew
won't
is
feel
not
good.
going to be here next week, I believe.
Yeah.
So
No,
I
I'll be
won't
here
do it.
next week. I won't be here. the week
I will
after
not
that.
feel good, but I'll be here.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
right.
Well, you'll have a little insight into what you just asked.
Yeah,
how people are socially out there in
Yeah.
the world.
I have a I'm not looking forward to it.
See, that's what I'm saying. But are you, like I was saying, like, just because you don't know how you're supposed to feel about it, or like you feel like it's going to be?
I think I'm gonna hit too hard.
You're gonna hit too hard.
Yeah.
I think that's okay. Again, are you thinking you're gonna be like live streaming it and stuff?
No,
like when
I'm
you're hitting,
definitely
you're
not
gonna
doing
go on
that shit.
Instagram, and be like, look how hard I'm hitting everybody.
No,
I'm
yeah, that could come off wrong, maybe.
I'm
but-
definitely not doing that.
I know how Corey's brain works, though. All of this is to lay the groundwork. It's like he's tempering expectations. He's like laying it down. I don't know what I'll do, guys, so that if he does live stream, he can be like, I tried. I told y'all I tried. Which
I
did.
would absolutely love to sit here and tell you that Drew Morgan is wrong right now, but he is so fucking dead on the money. It's ridiculous. A matter of fact, I never even cared. I just wanted to look like I did.
Oh man, I'm going to New Orleans just to watch. This is gonna be great.
Come on, it's gonna hit. I'm kidding. I did care
I
a little
really
bit.
almost,
That
I
hit.
really did almost go. And here's why I didn't go. This is why you're a better person than me, buddy. I didn't go because it's not going to be like that. Like I was like, I'm not going down there to just stare at Russell, and I want second lines.
No, I get
want
that.
Fucking Frenchman Street to be open. You know,
Well, I get that. I
Is
wouldn't
it
be
not?
going.
I think
No.
it is.
it's not. They're starting to come back in, and I did consider it for that reason, but it's not full on yet. Louisiana is, but New Orleans is the
Okay,
city.
yeah, because I didn't go.
For the
They have a
record-
smart mayor.
Okay,
For
I
the
didn't know that.
record, if it wasn't for a wedding of one of my absolute best friends who I'm in the wedding of, like, I wouldn't just be going to New Orleans. Like, that wouldn't happen. But it's one of them where it's like, I mean, look, I'm vaccinated. There's a thing. I'm gonna go. You know. So
Yeah.
and I'm gonna eat some gumbo,
Hell yeah.
boudin, etouffee,
All that.
beignet.
Hey.
Ugh.
What'd you say about etouffee?
That sounds like your favorite aunt betraying you.
Betrayed you. Yeah.
Etouffee.
Andy lost her car for a day.
There's a package on the bed.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Okay. I want to. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll have to go in like 5 minutes or less, but I do want to talk about this.
well, so Andy lost her car. She parked it in a
Lost
parking garage.
the whole car.
She lost the whole parking garage. That was the problem. She parked it in a parking garage in downtown LA, and she called me and she was like, I can't find it. And she does that from time to time. And I was like, just stay calm, you'll find it, keep looking. She calls me back an hour later. And at first I'm annoyed, and then I'm like, all right, she sounded upset. I'll go down there and trying to stay calm. And I never really got mad at her because I too couldn't find it. Does that, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like,
Wait,
I've been walking. I went to
find
30 parking garages and couldn't find it.
again, I mean, I respect you're a good man for that, but I don't follow what you just said. You had no way of knowing, right? Like you
Right,
said,
but when
I
you
couldn't
get
find
down
it either,
there-
so I didn't really blame her for it. But like, no.
Well, I guess, yeah, but here's what I'm getting at. I see what you're getting at, and that came back around. But at first, it was like, I can't even explain to y'all how many parking garages there are, which
Right.
makes the fact that it's so hard more annoying, but it makes it so much more understandable when you're like, there's literally one every 50 fucking feet down here because everyone drives in California. It is actually unreal. And if you're not used to that, you weren't thinking about it, you're not used to, because every parking garage attendant was like, she didn't keep her ticket because everybody down there keeps their ticket for this reason.
So they can get their car.
But it did circle back around to, okay, but you park so far away. So like you walked by all these parking garages on your way to the hotel. Why did we do that? Why did we?
Well, I was going to say, like, I'm sure there are a crazy amount of parking garages in downtown Los Angeles, but like
unreal.
But there had to be some element of like, a search radius of some sort where it's like she walked roughly this long to where she is now.
It was 9 minutes. She was like,
my
yeah,
God.
I looked on my walking map.
That's a long time to walk.
And I was like, that was the only part. I was like,
purposes.
You were 9 minutes away, but you were 18 parking garages away. Like
Right.
I measure distances by Shoney's. That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Like my papa never had a girlfriend within 2 Shoney's. That was out of respect for my mama. You know what I mean? Keep her 18 parking garages is too far to park.
Yeah, because if you get a little off track on the direction that she walked when it's 9 minutes away, that you could get way the fuck off.
Did she at least remember the level?
Yes, she remembered that it was as soon as you go in. But the way that fucked me over was, and she, she was saying this too, to be fair to her, but she was like, I'm starting to question everything. Like in my memory just don't, because there was one garage where she was pretty sure that was it. It was kind of fucking with her head.
Right, because you do have to start thinking like it got stolen or something at some point.
Yeah, right.
Or she was starting to think she was crazy. And I mean like legitimately, like tears welling up. Like that's another reason I couldn't get mad. I'm dealing with a bunch of different crises at once or whatever.
Oh, that's
she kept having
hilarious.
to go back to work. So the next day I expanded my search circle by quite literally half a block. We were at one point walking 50 feet from the entrance of it and just didn't see it and turned because it was like, this is too far or whatever. And it's funny, as a crow flies, she was actually very close to the hotel where she was working. It's just that it was up a level, like on a road that's on a different, and then also there's construction, which is part of why downtown LA is a nightmare. There's really.
How much did it cost to leave that motherfucker overnight?
It was.
If you need to omit it so that you can tell her it was more, then
no, it was 70 something.
Okay. That don't hit still.
No.
It was funny. You were texting us that night and saying she had lost the car or whatever, and this hadn't even come up. And fucking Mark goes, "You're gonna find it and have like 10 grand in illegal parking fees or something like that." And you were like, "I hadn't thought about that part, Mark."
He said
fucking
30.
killed me.
I wasn't even going to go the next day. I was going to wait till Monday because she had to work, and I was going to wait till Monday and make her go with me because it makes sense that she would, recognize the street or whatever. And then he said that, and I was like, I hadn't even, fuck, I don't even know what to do.
That's so classic, Mark.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, I'm glad you got your car back and you didn't have to pay $30,000 in fees.
Yeah, and parking garage attendants, what a range of personalities there. I had somebody really nice.
I bet.
I had somebody really nice to me. This one guy walked me
I
around
have
and
to
was
go,
like,
y'all. Love y'all. See you. Bye. See you
Love
next
you, bye.
time. Skew. Glad you found the car.
all I was gonna say is I had one guy walking me around like telling me about the time his wife lost theirs at an airport and they couldn't find it for 4 hours. Versus I had this one woman who was like, so you just want me to let you drive into my parking garage so you can see if this keys you have go to any car. You're trying to steal a car? Are you trying to steal a car? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, lady?
With the keys?
Yeah, like I found somebody's keys and I'm just going around. I mean, I guess I could see people doing that, but I don't know.
Yeah, weirder things have happened in LA, I guess. Well, fuck it. Goddamn. Good ending. Everyone, wellredcomedy.com, WELLRED comedy.com. Check out, is Stuart this week? Was he this week on Into the Abyss?
It's available now, yeah.
Yeah, great episode. Stuart Huff on Into the Biscuit. There's the evening skews with Trey and Smart Mark AG. I've got Through the Screen Door. And we'll see y'all when we get out there, motherfuckers.
I'll be in Raleigh May 27th, I think it is. I'll put a bunch of dates up soon.
At Charlie's?
No, I'm going to be at the Improv.
Oh, right on. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking with our buddy Harrison at the holler at Harry Sony on.
Oh, yeah. I will definitely.
Hilarious. All right. Later, y'all.
I will.
Skew.
They're the liberal rednecks. They like cornbread, but sex they care way too much, but don't give a fuck. They're the liberal rednecks that makes some people upset, but they got 3 big old dicks that you can suck.